Here Justin camera. Hi, I am Dan again. I'm gonna get smoother with these intros, I swear to God. I am in London at the moment. I forgot my camera, which is a pain in the ass. I'm being cool. That was a brief interlude. I got a call from Patrick, who I ran into on the way to my hotel, and he was going to his RADA audition, which is why I'm in London. So we are now meeting up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did it outside RADA.
Okay, I have decided to make these vlogs kind of like an informative thing for people that are auditioning for drama school in the UK. So we're going to talk about RADA, which is where I'm applying, where I'm auditioning tomorrow. But my friend Patrick here he did his today, and I crossed him awkwardly. He is here.
Yeah, that was really awkward, actually.
That was genuinely awkward because
she thought you were going to like mug me or something.
That's
she
racist.
Had, like, coffee.
That's straight up racist.
No, she generally did. She had like coffee and thought that you were going to like
steal the coffee,
hit me or something.
That was my first plan of action. My first plan was I see white blonde kid that I recognise, and I was being pretty aggressive, to be fair. Yeah. But then that's just my default.
What did you say? You were like,
I was like,
right?
You right? I was like,
are you alright?
Are you okay? You just had to act as like.
I don't know him.
I don't know him. I don't associate with those types. Yeah. So I'm just going to ask a couple of questions, and I'll just jump cut like a bastard for most of this. Yeah.
You're going to edit them so that I'm saying something different.
Yeah. So yeah. So my first question would be, how do you think it went?
Went really well.
Yeah.
Which is probably what everyone would say, but yeah, it went really well.
Yeah, I think.
Like, there were obviously nice people. Like, they're going to employ horrible people to do it, but pretty nice.
That's what I've heard about Drama Centre. It's just like they're mean to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say that about East 15 as well. They're like very structured. Like, lists go up, and you're like goodbye if you don't have if you're not on the list or things like that. I haven't done it yet, so
yeah, that's what I want. I'm looking forward to like just the bluntness of a lot of it. I'm a bit of a sadist though, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice. Some of them just give you numbers as well, which is more like
they just say you are no longer Patrick.
You are number whatever.
24601.
Yeah, I think that's Central maybe.
Well, it would be. They are the Les Mis capital. That's where the most people that play Les Mis go. Yeah. I just make that up. I don't know if that's true at all. Yeah. Trying to get you framed.
True.
These are true facts. Okay, so what was the process like? Just talk us through it. Just what was the first thing that happened when you walked through the door?
Liam's there.
He was just already there.
He was like, enjoy it. I was like, fuck, you just get a live out.
Liam is someone that we went to school with.
Yeah, we did go to school.
Yeah, well, you did, so I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You went to the same school as him.
I went to the same school. I'm following in his footsteps per se.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we definitely are. But he is a second year student at RADA. Yeah, he's a second year student at RADA. So we've got good blood in our veins. Not that we're related. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, no. Walked in. There's a curly-haired grey lady that comes over and says, "Do you want to come up?" And there must have been 15 to 18 of us, and we went up and we talked. She gave us some paperwork to do, and then you get split into different groups, and then from there on you just stay in the same group, and you get taken to different studios or wherever they're doing their. Is that him? I think he's singing and rapping.
Well, there's lots going on here. We are just for context sake, we are in the middle of Trafalgar Square.
Background.
Yeah, there is no background.
This is all green screen.
We are in Trafalgar Square, and we decided to take a video, against a wall. Yeah. Bear in mind that wall is the pillar in the middle of Trafalgar Square. Yeah.
We could have had a brilliant backdrop.
We could have, but we chose this.
Marble.
This specific piece of marble. Yeah, it does look like it's going to rain probably, but
Those are very grey clouds.
those are very grey clouds. So yeah.
Sorry. From there. What? Just carry on from.
Yeah. Well, like, what was what was your realization the second you finished your monologue?
Second I finished them. First one, they were laughing for it. There's no way you're going to get through like a monologue with talking about a gentleman's penis without someone. Oh, child. Sorry, penis.
That's fine.
You'll learn that word later on in life.
Probably should have said
that. And they were laughing along to that, so that one went okay. And I think, I thought that was alright. I think I was pretty chuffed with how that one went.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any moment where I was like, crap, I could have done that better. Or they were very supportive, like they would be. They're not going to like kick you down, but I don't think there was like a moment when I was like, that went awfully, or I said something and I was like, I should have said that.
Was this your first audition? Was it?
Nah, Rose Bruford.
Rose Bruford was your first audition.
That one's that one. People think that RADA's blunt. Rose Bruford's even more blunt.
Okay.
They, at least apart from doing a tour, you go through and you do a tour and they try and show you all the assets that they have, and then you go in, you have 5 minutes, and that is literally it.
Well, you just do your auditions and then you're out.
I walked in, she went, oh, you're at this place doing this at this year, and then what pieces do you have? I'm going to ask you to do one in full, and then one I'm going to stop you halfway through. I did one, and they went, okay, lovely, can you do your next one? And I did my second one, and I was halfway through, literally just finished, like, an emotional change of it, and she just went, okay, thank you, that's all that we need from you today, and I left the room.
That was it, and that was it.
That was literally it, and then there was a girl, there was a student there as well, and I don't know, I came out of Rose Bruford and I was like, I don't think I could have done anything more, but I don't see what they could see in people in that short space of time.
Yeah.
They don't get to know you at all. They just want to see if you're good enough. And then it's basically like someone coming up to you and going, like, I don't know, it's like them asking you something, like, it's like asking, were you from a private school? And then they'll go, and then if you say yes, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll talk to you. And rather than, do you get what I mean? Like, they want to see that you're good before they even give you time.
Yeah.
Give you their time. Which is
I guess if you're just a school leaver, then they're just going to be like, oh,
yeah,
not going to give you as much time. But then I guess you have to prove yourself if you're just a straight up school leaver going into it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave it at that because my arm is hurting and I have 8 minutes of footage here that I'm going to intercut. So, yeah, awesome. Cool. Patrick's gone home. It was only a chance that I met him actually. I was just like walking to my hotel and walked past him and awkwardly said hello in front of the people that were taking him to the wrong audition. So now I am sat in Costa waiting for I don't know, wait for the right moment to get dinner. I'm not sure. Just kind of killing time. So yeah, I've got coffee. I'm going to see Miss Saigon, which was kind of just like a happenstance. I don't know why I decided that I wanted to go to the cinema theatre. I did. So I got some cheap tickets to go see Miss Saigon. So that's the next phase. I'm not wearing any trousers. I'm just going to get that out of the way. I am sat on the hotel floor, bed behind me, pillow fort on top, with a lampshade leant against a wall so that the lighting will go straight to my face, and I'm sat underneath the coffee table that is holding it up. I just thought I'd let you know that before I start. Okay, so the summary of the day. It is coming up to 11 o'clock at night. My neighbours probably hate me. I'm in a hotel room. Tomorrow is the big day, my first audition RADA. I think today has been really productive. The reason that I came up the day before when my audition is in the afternoon, which I could have easily come up in the morning and then gone straight to my audition. I wanted to be ready. This gives me the opportunity in the morning to do some warm-ups, some vocal warm-ups, and it's very strange that I ended up watching Miss Saigon. But I think that it's a really good omen that's kind of crossed me, because the first real play that I did, or show that I did, was at my school, St Peter's, in Bournemouth, in sixth form, and it was Miss Saigon, and I played the bad guy Tui, or Thui, however you want to pronounce Thuy, Uy. Yeah, and I just realised that the reason that I wanted to be an actor was from that day. Like, I hadn't said out loud that I wanted to be an actor on that day, but coming out of it I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And then I went on to do Mojo, which is my favourite play that I've ever done. But Miss Saigon, it's the first time I felt something emotionally whilst playing a character. Like, I played Shrek and Simba in The Lion King, but I'd never felt something from a character, and Tui gave me that because I agreed with him to an extent, and I felt connected to the character, and it gave me a challenge vocally and emotionally, and that's the first time that I've ever had that with the character. And it was kind of strange that I ended up watching Miss Saigon, because it made me think about why I want to be an actor and why I'm going down this path that is going to be really, really, really hard and mostly unemployment, but I still want to do it. And I think that reason is, it's that moment that anyone that does theatre will know, and you guys will know if you're auditioning for drama schools. There's that one moment when you're on stage, and it doesn't have to be one in each show, but it's just, you will have a moment and it stops being an audience and you, it stops being you and a character, it stops being a character in a show, it starts being something more, and there's nothing to describe it really. And this is really soppy, and this is really unlike me to say stuff like this, but that show makes me feel something every time, and it's not because of the emotion of the show, because it is an incredible show and there is a lot of emotion, but it's more the connection to my past and why I became an actor. So I think that the songs that I did and that connected with me the most are the ones that I sang, and the one that I sang with Whitney, who played Kim. And oh my god, watching that show made me realise this girl Whitney that I did the show with, she is incredible. Like, I don't know what she's doing at the moment. I know that she's working in Bournemouth, but she was on par with the West End Kim. And by far, I'd choose Whitney because she had more emotional depth. But yeah, oh, my nose is really shiny. Anyway, so my RADA audition tomorrow. I've just been going through my monologues. The one thing that's scaring me the most is the fact that I'm going to have to talk about my play if they ask me. And I do know about my play, and I know my story, I've read the plays. It's just that this text just scares me, because I don't know, they'll ask me a question that'll stump me, and then it'll look like I haven't done something right. That's the one anxiety I have. I don't really have performance anxiety, I never really have had it, which I guess is a blessing, but I think that's just because I don't think about it enough. Got my green tea here. Oh, I should not have topped that up. Anyway, yeah, the discussion I had with Pat has really helped me a lot. And watching back the footage as well, that's really helped me, because it's made me realise in myself that I have friends who are as great as I think that they are at what they do, and just as people. And it makes me think, why are they friends with me? Maybe I'm that good myself. I can't say it because I don't see myself, and every time someone watches themselves on camera or on stage, well, you can't watch yourself on stage, but every time you watch yourself back, you just kind of cringe and go, that was bad. But I think that if I'm on par with Patrick or any of the people at my drama school, then I am doing something right. I have walked up and down this road like 3 times in order to get the right lighting so that I can actually film. This is one of my favourite parts of London, just because it's one of those little private gardens. I've never actually been in one, but I love the primness of it. It's really weird. It's kind of out of place, but great at the same time, because there's just this beautiful garden in the middle of this massive city. It seems to bring out the best in people. I was just walking past this guy with his kids, and like when you smile at people in London, you can't expect a response. You can't expect people to want to smile back, or just to not expect you to be an evil human being. But this guy smiled back, and it just kind of hit a spot. I have once again found myself on my favourite street with its nice garden background. So my RADA audition is in 40 minutes, something like that. So I'm literally just wandering. I'm literally right opposite RADA. First thing that's coming through my head, this might just be an example of what you might want to think about if you're going in for an audition. Less about your monologues, more about chilling out and just making sure that you have everything in order. So like, I've been listening to a bit of jazz, bought some new headphones, when I got a pint of tea from the Waterstones down the road. So that's the main thing that I've been doing, and I'm just going to check in now, and then I'll check back in after my audition. So, wish me luck. Right, so I finished my first audition at RADA. I think it went well. I think that the interview session went well for me, just because the people that were auditioning were lovely, and I just got to be myself. Then my monologues, I think they went well. Then it wasn't the best that I've done them before, but you can't ask for the same amount of emotion in every single monologue that you do. So yeah, the process was a bit slow. I think that was just a one-off thing. It took a while for us to get in there and get started and everything. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Now I've just got to catch my train home, and what I'll do is I'll do a full wrap-up after I get to somewhere quiet and the buzz has kind of died down from just coming out of the audition. Awesome. Hi, so I've come back from my RADA audition. I'm back in Bournemouth, back home, and I got home really late on the train. Didn't really have an opportunity to do a summary, so I figured I'd just go through what I know now and hope that this isn't way too echoey. So first, I've written down notes so I can keep my brain focused. So, first going in, my impressions were, it was a really small reception actually. It seemed like a fairly small school, which is not something I was expecting considering how well known it is. Then after that, we got taken up to, it was a group of about 7 or 8 of us. Yeah, I'd say 8. So there was about 8 of us, and we got taken to this room upstairs, and they just talked us through paperwork, talked us through what was going to happen, and then they said, okay, so some graduates will be with you in 5-10 minutes. So we all sat there. It was a bit awkward for a bit. Got to talking, just chilled out. Nerves went away fairly quickly because we were just all talking fairly normally. Then we got split into 2 groups, and after an hour of waiting, which is not normal, from everyone I've heard, it isn't normal at all, but for some reason we were waiting for an hour, so yeah, so they split us into 2 groups. They took one group off, then I was the first in the second group, so we all got taken away to the studios. Then we waited in a corridor for another 15 minutes, more chatting, just kind of general looking around the school, not like a tour, just peeking. Then I got taken in first. So that was the first section of my audition. So I went straight in. They were lovely. They were just talking about what was going on. Like they talked about my surname because it is the weirdest surname, where it's from. Race is a blessing in auditions because it just gives you something to talk about, really. So that's one. Then we talked about me helping out with the homeless in Bournemouth, and then we talked about working at the movie theatre, which I no longer work at. Then I did my monologues, and the monologues I feel like I didn't do them the best I could have done them. I don't think that's at the fault of rehearsal. I don't think that's because things went wrong. I just think that I didn't give myself the preparation I should have in both attempts, and they were a bit dry. But I'm hoping that what I gave was enough for them to see some potential and that they want to train me. So I'm hoping for a recall. They said that I'd find out within the week. So it is Wednesday now. I auditioned on Tuesday, so I should find out by Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's one of those days. I assume it's Sunday. So that's a thing. So my thoughts about the entire audition is it's the nicest audition. Well, I say it's the nicest audition. It's my first audition, and it is a very nice audition considering what I've heard from other people. I'm sorry if there's some background noise. It's just fans. I know because I'm in the upstairs place that I shouldn't be in the theatre. So I think that they were very welcoming and they're very open to different types of people, which is not something I was expecting. I was expecting to be either one or the other. It needs to be really posh and prim and proper, or be a bit, I don't know, just a bit different or unique. That's the other thing I keep on hearing. Unique, like everyone has to be unique, otherwise you're not going to get in. It was a really nice audition, a fun audition, I'd say. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think that most people would. It was just a chance to perform at the end of the day. That's what you end up coming across, is that if you take it as just like an opportunity to perform like you want to, then it'll work and it'll be fun. So that is my summary of RADA. Tomorrow I'm going to Bruford to do my Bruford audition, so I will be vlogging that as well. Hopefully I get this edited tonight. If not, they might go up around the same time. I'm not entirely sure. But I do have an early start tomorrow, so I might not get it all done. But thank you for watching.